Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow's glistening.
I wish Kieran Gillen was listening. I hope you are, good sir.
He is. We know that. We already know that. Stop it, right? We know that. That's the Christmas miracle, is that we already know that he's listening every time. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to Simply Amazing. We're just kind of jumping in real quick to say hi. December has been a really tough month for both me and Lauren.
Mhm.
Right, girl?
Oh, God, tell me about it.
I mean, it has kicked both of our asses pretty
Mhm.
thoroughly. But, we've loved every second of it because it's also the holidays. And Lauren likes it rough. So, as we all know.
Look, Lisa, people don't need to know. You already advertised me as single, okay? I don't need more suitors. I have to shoo enough away.
Girl, she is beating him off with a stick. And just beating him off plain and simple.
I got one of them to use the stick for me to beat others off so I can just hide away.
Oh, she's got him using the stick on her. Okay, all right, it's getting interesting.
No, I'm the one's trying to come at me. They're using the stick. I just sit back. I'm not going to do the work. What?
All right, all this talk about beating off and sticks is to introduce you to a little throwback. We're going back in time, and we're going to revisit our Christmas special from last year. We just haven't had the time to do a Christmas special this year, but we just wanted to get in there and take you back to last year and look at our Christmas special and just say how grateful we are for everybody who's listening. We know that there's a handful of you who listen to us every single week without fail, and we are so grateful for you, and we're hoping that in 2023 we can get a handle on the craziness that is our lives and have some excitement coming in, and of course more Kurt, less horns.
Amen. I'll take the horny, not the horns. Okay, y'all, look.
There we go. Hashtag horny, not horns. You heard it here first.
Don't use that hashtag. Anybody listening, please don't use that hashtag. That sounds very dangerous. You're going to see things no one needs to see.
Actually, I love that hashtag. I want to make it that's going to be an official show hashtag, horny, not horns. I love it.
Oh, God, it's going to happen. You know what? I'm sorry, but I blame the ex-office in Cy Spurrier for writing that storyline. This would have happened if it weren't for that storyline.
That is tea. That is tea.
But on the happier note, I am very excited for people to listen to this episode, especially if you've ever heard it before, or maybe you listened to this episode last year and it's been a while. It's a favorite of mine. It's just so wholesome and fun. Unlike the way we started this episode, how do we do that? Like we're doing an introduction to a holiday Christmas episode, and that's what we've done.
Listen, we have spent over a year now every week talking about Kurt. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
the filth is going to come.
Listen, we've gone this long without having Rachel Summers interrupt our episodes. So if it's not her, it's this.
That's it. Exactly. Well, everybody, sit back, relax, have a cup of cocoa or whatever you enjoy, and listen to our fabulous holiday special from last year. And we can't wait to see you in 2023. Peace out. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Okay, I can't even keep with that. Simply Amazing, the Christmas special! Yay! Wait, no, I'm sorry. The holiday special. Let's call it the holiday special.
I was going to say, we got to be inclusive.
No, that's true. That's
not
true.
all Christmas for everybody.
No, that's true. Kurt is a Catholic character. He does celebrate Christmas, but we love everybody, and we celebrate everything with everybody. So this is the holiday special. No Ewoks are involved in this holiday special. I hope. Actually, I can't guarantee that. I don't really know what's coming, so I hope.
But instead of Ewoks, we have recruited, hopefully, only BAMF.
Yes!
Because this is our holiday special called A BAMF for Christmas. Or, you can say holidays, but we were going with the Hallmark movie theme.
Yes, it is the Hallmark movie. We are starting our own Hallmark. We have to call it something other than Hallmark, though, because that's actually probably trademarked. So, Hall Doug. We'll call it Hall Doug. We'll call it Hall Doug.
Doug rules us all. Doug is the romantic. Thank you, Doug.
Doug rules all. Doug rules everything. We did just read Inferno number 3. I know it's a couple weeks later, but whatever. We did just read that, and Doug has been in charge of all of us this whole time. So whatever. To be fair, though, go ahead.
Lisa over here wants Doug to be in charge of her, is all I'm hearing. So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Doug and Bay, to be fair, in that situation. Doug and Bay. Anyway,
exactly.
Going back to our Hall Doug Christmas movie or holiday movie, BAMF for Christmas. We're going to talk about just holiday themes and Kurt Wagner and what would make the best holiday movie with Kurt Wagner in it.
Yes, I'm very excited because so this episode came to being, we were like, we want to do like a holiday kind of thing. And then Lisa and I were just talking out of nowhere about other things. And we were like, this is it. This is the thing. And let me tell you, when we were talking like Hallmark movie kind of pitch, right, with this, I was like, Kurt, this is literally what Kurt needs. He literally deserves a romantic, cheesy ass movie where he gets the happy ending in the win. Like, yes. He deserves it.
100%. He gets, every one of these movies has like the same type of plot. I've watched several of these recently, and it's a very similar plot where it's like, the main protagonist is like, I don't know who to love. I don't know what love is. Love's never going to come for me. And then all of a sudden it's like, but I'm your best friend. And tell me all about the love that you don't know about, best friend. And it's like, oh, boo, I can't tell you about love, but I've got a new date with Johnny Handsome, the best guy in the world. But then Johnny Handsome, best guy in the world, is the worst guy in the world. But guess who's the best guy in the world? Best friend. And they end up with best friend in the world anyway. So basically, that's really the runaround. It's essentially the same exact formula. It doesn't matter what happens. I watched 2 completely different movies with the exact same formula recently. It's all amazing. I love every second of it, but oh my gosh.
I mean, if you think about it too, there's not just one formula for rom-coms. There's like maybe 5. And that's basically what a Hallmark movie is, right? It's basically a rom-com. Mm-hmm. And I think, going more in on the comedy rather than the drama with Kurt, there's going to be a little bit of drama, but I think overall, getting his flirty, piratey, swashbuckler self to be goofy and try to win the girl over and stuff. Like, I think that'd be really fun. And then, of course, like, who doesn't want some Christmas or holiday magic with Wanda? I mean, come on, him and Wanda in a holiday Hallmark film together. It writes itself.
It does write itself. I love it. I love Kurt and Wanda. Okay, I don't want to isolate everyone out there who's not Kurt and Wanda fans. You know what I mean? But like, I could go on for days about my Kurt and Wanda obsession and the Kurt and Wanda Hallmark movie that would come of it, and that would be beautiful because Wanda would celebrate Hanukkah and Kurt would celebrate Christmas, and they'd come together and they'd have a little like celebration together. I would love every second of it. But I want to like throw a pitch out there for like a Hallmark movie. It's called The BAMF for Christmas, like we were coming up with, right? BAMF for Christmas. And It actually does not center around Kurt. It centers around a human girl, and who knows who it is. It's just a random human girl. And she is like just down in the dumps because like her boss is really hard on her, and it's Christmas time, and she just like, she can't get anything done right. And she's running around, and she's like got like in one hand, she's got like a bunch of papers, and in another arm, she's got a bunch of coffees, and she's just like, her hair's all messy, and she's like, she blows her hair up like, you know what I'm talking about? And then all of a sudden, it's just like, there's all these super beings just running around, just like fighting each other, and then a blue one comes and like bumps into her, and all the papers go flying, and the coffee goes all over her, and she's like, oh no, how could my day get any worse? But that blue one is actually really hot, and he can teleport, so he helps her get all those papers, and he helps her go get that coffee, and like he's like, Fraulein, I got you, girl. And that is a BAMF for Christmas, and I that's as far as I got, guys.
I like it. And, this is extra cheesy, but what if Kurt got to play Cupid if he's literally Cupid. I mean, because it could be the whole cheesy thing where, he's always getting other people love and helping them find love. And he never gets to find love for himself, which is literally Kurt, by the way. And then finally at the end, the girl or whoever, it could be Logan, for God's sake, I don't care as long as he is happy, right? They're like, okay, but now I want to choose you. Do you choose love for yourself? Do you want me to? And in the end, he chooses love for himself. And it'd be so beautiful. It would be poetic.
See, girl, I think you just described a BAMF for Valentine's Day. I think we're franchising this. I think we're franchising this. Like,
all right, don't be surprised, guys, when Valentine's Day comes out and we've got the episode of BAMF for Valentine's Day. Y'all know a BAMF for everything.
A BAMF for Valentine's Day, a BAMF for St. Patrick's Day. That's when like Kurt and Banshee go back to Ireland.
Oh, you know what we're gonna have a BAMF for Labor Day. Kurt for workers' rights. Absolutely.
Yes. Kurt strikes for the unions. Yes, I love that. A BAMF for Arbor Day. Kurt plants a tree.
I love that.
A BAMF for Indigenous Peoples Day. Kurt knocks over a Columbus statue.
Absolutely.
Yes, I love it. It's like, yes. What else? A BAMF.
Every holiday you can do with Kurt, guys.
Yes. Yeah, a BAMF.
Who doesn't want that?
A BAMF for Bastille Day, which is also my birthday. So there you go.
I love it. A BAMF for the first day of summer, like...
We're going to have
a BAMF for the first day of puffing season. I mean, whatever you want.
We are creating something amazing here, Lauren. I don't know if you understand this, because you know that Hallmark doesn't just do movies. Hallmark also does card stores and cards. So we can have like a whole BAMF card store. And like we can create a holiday around this. We can make BAMF Day.
I don't understand why there isn't a BAMF Day.
November 11th. I mean, November 11th should be BAMF Day.
I love it.
I hereby decree it. So it is law. It is spoken. So it has been said.
Judge Lisa has making a surprise entrance, y'all. I had no idea she was going to show up. I don't know where she came from. She just shoved Lisa herself out of the way and hit the gavel.
No, she just came in. She blew in, and her hair was wet. She was wearing a towel. Like, she had bubbles on her. She clearly was doing something else, and she just came in, came right out, and she was like, I had something to say. So, yeah, no, she was just like, yeah, so...
I absolutely love talking about just like what characters, obviously like Kurt, that we love, what they would be doing, on the holidays. And, I think, I don't know, I'd like to see, I think during the holiday season, Kurt should go on some adventures too. Like not only some romance, which I'm totally here for, obviously, but like, like imagine him just like, it's he's on the holiday season. He's like, you know what? Instead of staying at home in a house, I'm going to take my wife and kids or whoever, and I'm going to go just travel. And my kids are probably going to try to jump into the ocean, and I'm going to have to teleport and get them out, and they're going to laugh because they're like, Dad, I can teleport. But like, he's so overprotective.
Oh, that's so cute. I like the idea of him going on adventures. I also like the idea of like, I love the idea of, it's kind of funny because, the way we kind of view the characters kind of will change as we age. And so when Kurt was created, he was created in 1975. He was like around 18, 19 years old. So, he was, probably born around 1957, 1958, like 19 around that time. So, which I don't know. I look at it now like, so if he, looking at the sliding time scale, if you were to take that out of the equation, he would kind of like fit more into like in between our generation. And when you look at our generation is a generation that was like, well, we are two generations, but our generations were really kind of raised on media. Like television and movies were very important to our generations. And I can't speak for like the boomer generation as much. I think it was clearly more prevalent for the boomer generation than was for the generation before that. But I like to think that, Kurt probably would have like grown up being kind of isolated the way he was. He probably would have grown up watching a lot of TV and movies, like, especially if you think about it, like, he grew up with this traveling circus in, the Baltic region of Europe. They're only going to be working, several months out of the year. The winter time, they're going to be camped out somewhere, like, laid up. So there's going to be a lot of time that they're just doing nothing, that he's probably sitting around watching TV. So I imagine for him, like, Christmas time is so magical. And the idea of having his own family to celebrate that with, because he wasn't raised Catholic. He wasn't raised by a Christian family. He was raised by Margali, who is, of the Winding Way. She's a Wiccan. And there's not a whole lot of like very like specifics about her, but she's definitely not Catholic is the one thing. So I imagine for him, he didn't have a lot of like very like intense Christmases like some of us who were raised Catholic or Christian might have had growing up. So I can see him having seen some of that like in maybe American media growing up, and then being like, when he has his own family, it's just he's going to go balls to the wall like crazy. Like he's going to dress like Santa. Like there is canon imagery of him dressed as Santa already. There's an adorable story that came out a couple years ago of him as like Santa's elf. Like Christmas is the whole deal. Like he is all about it.
Yeah, he's 100% all over. I mean, he's the one being like, all right, kids, we're going to go see the Christmas lights. And he's going to pay, $40 to go drive through a Christmas light show and do all these things. And then, if he has a partner that's is an atheist, or if they're of different religion, he's going to be like, okay, we're going to do what you want too. Yeah. But also, I still like these things. And as long as the kids enjoy them, guess what? We're doing them. It's going to be a great time. And that's what I like about Kurt too, is that even though he would have his own traditions that he's going to love to do, and he has his own faith, obviously, and everything, right, that he's going to really, want to celebrate and all that, he would be so good at including others and their faiths, even if he doesn't understand them or practice them himself. And that's probably my favorite thing about picturing the holidays. He'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to do this and this for Christmas. And then he looks at somebody and goes, so what do you do for yours? You're this religion. Like how do we celebrate yours? I want to make sure that we celebrate it the right way.
Oh yeah, 100%. He'd be very inclusive, very interested in both sharing his own traditions and sharing his own interests, but also like wanting to learn about others and include it and celebrate it as well. This is the beauty of the holiday season is, we call it the holiday season for a reason. Like it starts in October and it doesn't end until January. It's like an entire season of just nonstop partying over many different dominations. And it's just awesome and amazing when you think about it. And yeah, I think Kurt would totally celebrate that. And I totally agree with you about like going to like the drive-through like lights display. Like he would totally pay like top dollar. He would be the guy who would pay extra to get the music that goes along with the lights display, even though you can just listen to your own music. And it's just like, why are you paying extra for that?
And you gotta get the VIP lane. You can't get in the lane where you have to wait 30, 45 minutes. You gotta be in that straight shot. You get there, you go. And he'd be driving slower than everybody else. He'd be like, everybody look at every single light. And then he'd probably get somebody that like is about to honk. He's like, don't you dare. It's the holiday season. I'm looking at every light.
Oh yeah. And then
it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, and then they pull up to where the Santa part was, and he'd be like, hey kids, it's Santa. Be careful, he's watching. And the kids would be like, oh my God, this is like the 10th year we've done this. This is the 10th year you've told that joke.
They're like,
it's not funny.
Dad, we're 15. Yeah. It was funny when we were 5, but we're 15.
Like, it wasn't even
just like,
yeah, it wasn't even funny when we were 5. It was terrifying because we thought he was watching and wasn't going to give us gifts, Dad. Like, come on.
No, you know what he would do? He'd see his Santa display at the end. He'd be like, all right, stop the car. We're getting out. We're taking pictures. We're saying hi to Santa. And it's a fucking like light display. And all the cars are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's just like, do you all want a picture with Santa too? You can come get in the picture. Like,
oh my God. And Santa's like, you're not supposed to take pictures, actually. You're supposed to just keep flying going. And the police are there, and the police are like, excuse me, sir, you actually need to get back in your car. And it's like, mutant discrimination. Oh my God. It just becomes a whole thing.
Then Kurt flashes his Krakoa 911 badge and says, back off. It's Santa time.
Oh my gosh. And they're like, I think you're out of your jurisdiction. And he's like, everywhere is my jurisdiction.
Santa is... Right, and Santa is everywhere. So, like, you can't call jurisdiction on Santa. Shut up.
Exactly. And then Kurt is like, you want to see my jurisdiction? And then that starts the porno starring.
I was like, Kurt, you can show me anytime. I can make availability. I can make time. Like, I don't have time for a lot of other things, but I will make the time for you.
Oh my God,
and your jurisdiction.
We went from Hallmark to this. Kirk Cameron is
but let me tell you,
in his grave.
I feel like I feel like it would be a really fun like gag if like every Christmas Kurt just gave everybody a BAMF doll, but like every person's BAMF doll was slightly different because every BAMF doll meant something different. So like, you know, he might give one that, you know, to a certain character that's dressed a certain way, or he might give one that has a node, or, you know, something that it would have sentimental or meaningful value. You know, or, you know, he could just be flirty. Like, you know, if there's a Christmas and he's still technically single, but there's a girl he wants, you know, he's going to give her like the, you know, most romantic ass looking BAMF doll on the planet, while, you know, Charles gets one that says, thanks, Dad. Stop calling Gaslighter Dad.
Yes. You know what he would do too? He would totally like play like pranks on people. Like he would give one to Remy that had like, I can't obviously show you because this is audio. He would give one to Remy that had like the BAMF doll doing like the fingers, like a tiny penis fingers, like as if Remy has a small penis, and so Remy would be like, "Merde, does he think I have a small penis? What the fuck?" And and he'll be like, "What the fuck, Rogue? What is going on?" And like he'd be like, "What?" Like trying to understand it, and then like he'll be like going crazy over it and like so angry about it, and finally like he'll confront Kurt, and Kurt will be like, "No. That's like when you remember when you like told me to add a pinch of cayenne. That's what that's about."
Bruh, imagine how he could screw with Wolverine, like
Logan
Wolverine. Like he would have so much fun. Like I feel like for other people, like the one you said, Remy, like it'd be like it could be an unintentional prank, but like a couple of them, like Logan, like that would be completely intentional, whatever he did.
And then Mystique comes up and she's like, "Do I get one?" And he's like, "I don't know, check the river."
No. He goes, "Oh, look, I have it right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Throws it off a cliff.
Go long. No. Sure. Why don't you ask your wife how that's going to go for you, Mystique?
And then he's like, "Well, I had 2 of them. I threw one off a cliff, and I gave one to Destiny to care for because she doesn't throw kids off cliffs."
Yeah. It's like the egg experiment. Let's see what's going to happen. And it's like Mystique's like, omelet.
I'm sorry, Mystique. I love you, but also you threw your kid off a cliff. But also, it'd be so fun. I think it'd be great. And then
to throw your kid off a cliff?
No, with the BAMF dolls.
Oh, with the BAMF dolls, yes.
Not throwing your kid off a cliff. God. But but yeah, like it would be funny too if he caused drama between other people with the BAMF dolls. So like if he gave one to Jean Grey in a certain way, and like there was something about it that she's like, "What the fuck? Did Scott leave this with me?" And then she goes to Scott, and Scott's like, "Well, what the fuck? Logan gave me this." And then Logan's like, "What the fuck?" Like, he causes problems because he's like, "You know what? I need to create some drama so you guys will actually deal with your issues up front."
Yeah. Well, no, listen, it's not Kurt's problem to deal with other people's problems.
It's not, but he tried to play matchmaker and all this stuff. Like, it's the holiday season. He's like, y'all need to be happy, and if you have drama, I'm gonna have you air it out, and then you're gonna be happy afterwards, right? That's how that works.
Well, a BAMF for Christmas. A BAMF for Christmas is now Kurt is basically giving people BAMFs that is making them all yell at each other until their problems are solved. Which is basically what Trial of Magneto #4 was, right? So like,
yeah, basically all the BAMF dolls figure it out. It's either going to go worse, you're going to kill each other, or you're going to fuck, or you're going to hug and be friends again. You don't know. But that's the nice thing. It's a BAMF for Christmas. And all your problems could go any way. They can teleport into any kind of way.
And you know what happens at the end? Cher comes and she sings the theme song. It's a BAMF for Christmas.
Yes,
that was awful. I'm sorry.
Here for it. And then at the end of the movie, Deadpool also shows up because it's Cher, so Deadpool has to come in.
Yeah, Deadpool.
That's legally obligated after that film.
Deadpool at the end is just like, I didn't get a BAMF doll.
He's like, "Hey, Kurt, where's my doll?"
Yeah. Exactly.
And then Kurt's like, I don't give you dolls because I know what you do with dolls, Wade.
Ew, that's true. That's a really good point.
Kurt would be like, you would ruin my sentimental gift by being more of a whore than me. Not like, Kurt would be like, that's the wrong way to be a whore.
Girl, I think we are going way off track for a holiday episode. That is for sure.
It's a BAMF for Christmas, everybody. I hope everybody gets to celebrate all their holidays the best way possible. I also know holidays can be extremely stressful and all the planning and people coming, especially now that people are traveling again this year. Just stay safe, and if you don't want to go somewhere, don't fucking go. Don't feel obligated because your family's like, you gotta go. Stay home if you want to. If you want to go, enjoy yourself. Just be safe, have fun, celebrate how you celebrate.
Exactly. Enjoy yourself. Just be you, do you. Have a great time. Come find us. Come find us on Twitter. We're always going to be on Twitter, even on the holidays. We'll be there. We'll be loving you. We'll be tweeting at you anytime you want. You can come find us anytime, anywhere. Lauren, where can they find you? Tell them.
I love when your accent comes out. It's hilarious. I love when you do that. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at friendlymBHDBI. Come bother me. All my other links for anywhere else is there. So if you want to stalk me, please be a politeful stalker. Don't actually be a creepy stalker. There is a difference. Thank you.
That is true.
But yeah, come, bother me there, and check out our website at simplyamazingpod.com that has all of our podcasting links. We have a blog. We have more stuff that is coming.
Oh my gosh,
especially with the new year. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got things to ring, guys. We got some things.
We got things coming. Yeah, you can find me. I'm Lacey. You can find me at the OG Nocturne. That is NACHTURNE. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season and a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic new year. And of course, whether you are celebrating with a lot of friends and family or you are celebrating alone, it doesn't matter, because anyway, you are simply amazing.